All right, welcome back to the Unscripted Conversations podcast. This is Jay.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome back. This is episode 3. We're going to be steamrolling through these episodes in the next couple weeks. So hold on to your horses. Things are about to get really crazy around here. How you been, babe?
Good.
Good?
Yeah, it was a good week.
Yeah. A lot's changed since the last podcast. Let's talk. Yeah, a big change.
No.
Address it for those who can't be watching and only listening to this podcast. What happened?
I lost 5 pounds.
Lost 5 pounds? Did it?
No, I'm just kidding. Of hair.
Oh, geez, damn. Oh, hair. Yeah, talk about it.
Oh, it was an adventure.
Yeah.
So I was planning on getting my hair cut, and I was excited because I wanted it cut short. It was a lot shorter than I was anticipating or wanted.
Yeah.
So I have this problem where I go to a hairstylist and think they know what they're doing, and then decide to get a nice, cool new haircut that I think is going to be real cool. And they don't know how to cut that haircut. And then I get screwed and get something way different or something that I don't like. So it was an adventure.
Yeah, she came home from the hairstylist. Now, mind you, we've been talking about different kinds of hairstyles she should get. And so she wanted to go short. So I had mentioned, hey, short like Pixie or short like Bob or short like whatever. So she was looking on Pinterest and a couple photos, and I was like, yeah, this one, you don't want her to clip her the back. Do not clip her the back.
And I went in and I said, I want this haircut, but I don't want it clippered in the back. And she goes, yeah, totally understand. But I might have to do like the bottom, which I understood because I was getting it so short that like you're going to see my neck and stuff. So I knew that like the very bottom might need to be just clippered a little bit because it needed to be that short. She pulled out her clippers and just went to town. Like, and I didn't really realize how much she went to town until she was done. And I ran my fingers through the back of the hair and was like, oh, there's no hair.
Yeah, she came home pretty distraught.
It was bad,
though. It wasn't that bad.
Okay, so like I was fine with how short it was, even though I was shocked because that was something I could get used to. But what I was upset with is that it wasn't the haircut I wanted. And then even still, she didn't even cut it nice where like I could like just deal with it until it grew out. It was a bad haircut.
Yeah.
It was fine, but it was a bad haircut.
It wasn't what you expected it to be.
Right, but at the same time, like it also like didn't do anything. Like the front was it was just bad. Like the front was too long. It didn't lay right on the side. It was like super poofy on one side. It was bad.
And I was ready to like take a clippers to her hair and be like, I knew exactly what to do. I just needed to lighten up the front.
Okay, this guy with no hair knew exactly what to do.
Exactly, because
he did not.
I know how to style hair.
No,
I have one style.
He thinks, yeah, shave it.
Exactly. Anyways, so
it was a challenge this week, but I got it fixed and now it looks good and
it's actually pretty sexy.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
I'm still getting a little used to the shortness, but I on it like I'm feeling it. I'm confident in it way more than I was the first day it got cut.
Yeah, I told her that she should color it black. And then we would like sing that song.
Oh yeah, what song was it?
Cause tonight would be the night that I would fall for you over again. Don't make me change my mind. So emo with that sweep.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool though.
It is pretty cool.
If you're on YouTube, you'd understand.
Yes.
It looks awesome. Pull your headphones off real quick.
Okay.
See, that's cute.
It's very short in the back.
No, it looks really good.
Yeah, but I like it. Me too.
I like it. Anyways, so yeah, that's a big change. People are gonna be like, "What happened to her hair?" Well, now
Okay,
you
everyone
know.
at work has been really nice about it, and they're all like, "Wow, you cut your hair. You really pull it off really nice." But I forgot to tell you this today. I was sitting at my desk, and the lady that I like have met like briefly walked past me, and she goes, "Oh, you cut your hair," and just kept walking. And I was like, "So you're the one that doesn't like it? That's okay." Like I was waiting for like a follow up comment, like, "Oh, it looks really nice," but nope, dead silent.
That's
after
funny.
that.
Yeah,
was
she
pretty
probably
funny.
really liked it. She just didn't know how else to like express it.
And like I didn't really make eye contact with her because she was just like kind of going. So I think it was, but I just like kind of chuckled on the inside because I
That's
was
funny.
like,
Yeah. No, it looks good. It looks good.
"Thanks."
I think it's like a new experience, just like with anything, you know?
Yeah, I haven't had my hair this short ever, so
Ever, yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Might just become your new hairstyle. Who knows?
It just might.
You're just gonna like hair's gonna touch your shoulders and you'll be like, get this cut. Clip her in the back, please. Clip her in the back. Okay,
Oh
no
my
clipper.
God.
All right.
All right.
Anywho, so today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the gym.
The gym.
The pain cave. Down in the basement. So to start off, we were both like into fitness, like in the
Yeah,
past. Like we'd
absolutely.
work out and stuff.
Yep.
A little bit about my fitness background or experience was, I used to work out in like college. I'd hit like the gym a little bit, but it wasn't until hit the gym, get a pump. No, it wasn't until dental school that I actually started working out, like going to the gym, because being a student at Marquette, you had access to the rec center. And so we'd sometimes go work out during the day, like during lunch hour, we'd go after school, we would go like work out. Funny story for those my friends who are listening to this podcast, if you guys remember, I got rhabdo my second D2
right.
year because I was lifting heavy with some of the guys in my class.
Okay, you don't just get rhabdo from lifting heavy though, babe. Like you get
It was
rhabdo
pretty-
from lifting heavy.
Oh, it
like,
was heavy. I was trying to hang
more than
I
what
was,
you should be lifting.
I know. I was trying to hang with some of my classmates who are bigger dudes and could lift heavy. I was like, no, I got this, guys. I got this. Put a plate on there. And then got messed up bad. Legs were tore up to the point where I was peeing out like coffee. It was that dark.
So for our listeners that don't know, what is rhabdo?
Rhabdomyolysis is basically when you put so much strain on your muscle cells that they burst and die and they start floating around in your bloodstream, and it can cause kidney failure, liver failure. Fortunately enough, I didn't have any of those, though it got to the point where
You had injury.
I had injury.
Yes.
And then my kidney functions were out of whack. My liver functions were out of whack. I was peeing out blood, basically.
So you didn't go into failure, but you had injury to your, so like basically you bruised your kidneys and you bruised your liver is probably like the best way to like put it in like simple terms.
Yeah. It wasn't until my classmate was like, when I told her, I was like, hey, like my pee is the color of iced tea. And she's like, I don't think that's cool. It's like, I can't sit. Like my legs are so sore. And I was walking around like I literally was crippled. And she's like, she did some research and then she like calls me up. I think it was like a Friday night. She's like, you need to go to an emergency now. And so I was like, why? And she's like, a CrossFitter just died from rhabdomyolysis like a month ago.
Yeah, and it is a very serious like
It is, yeah.
condition. So I'm glad she made you go. Otherwise you wouldn't be sitting here talking to me right now. But
yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so that's where my fitness kind of started. I started working out, thinking I could like put on muscle, but I was still kind of chubby at that time. Like actually scrawny. I was scrawny. I was skinny fat.
yeah.
And then I went to residency in Colorado, and you know what happens in Colorado? We just drink and gain weight. So I think I put on like 30 pounds in residency. And then I started working out because one of my co-residents would go all the time after clinic. So I would go, I was starting to lift a little bit. And then one of my assistants was a elite Spartan racer, which is an obstacle course racer. She was elite. And then she was like, you should run a Spartan. Spartan's coming to, I think, Aspen or something. I was like, no. I was like, I can't do that. I don't run. And then something just sparked in me and inspired me to get my life straight, get my physical health straight, which in turn helped me emotionally, spiritually, and mentally the rest of the way. So then since then, I like started doing a lot of obstacle course racing because that's kind of what I got into, like running. I hated running, absolutely hated running.
I hate running.
Yeah. But then you like the more you do it,
Nope.
I think you will.
I don't think so.
Trust yourself. You might.
Nope.
You might. I might get you. We got 4 races this year at least.
If that happens, I will praise you. But no, I've always tried running. And I'm always like, I'm going to love running. Yeah, get in the zone, man. I never find it.
Yeah.
Never find it. Every time I run, I'm like, okay, yeah, don't think too much about it. Just breathe. Just enjoy the scenery. And I'm like, yep, I hurt. I hate this. Where am I going? Why am I doing this? And it just,
Yeah. I hear you.
I hear you. I never find that runner's high.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
It's I mean, when you hit it, it's pretty cool because then you just feel invincible.
Yeah, I have never.
But anyways, so I started doing Spartan races, loved it. Like it changed my life, literally. Like I know it sounds so cliche, but doing Spartan races changed my life and it made me want to be better physically. So then when I moved back here to Wisconsin, that's when Spartan races became like my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing 10 plus races a year. This was like 2018. Was winning like medals, like, well, not medals. Like I wasn't top 3, but I was like top 10, you know, like I got pretty darn close to podium, but I was just like inching closer. I was just not as fast as some of these like elite racers in age group. But it changed my life, and I think that's where my drive to be more aware of my physical like health, like really inspired and motivated me to be better at other things in life, you know. So that's kind of where my fitness journey started. And we'll put a pause there because then we're gonna pick that up when I bought this house. So what about you? When did you start your fitness journey?
Well, like pause. I just really want to see you run a Spartan race, so you're gonna have to sign up for one eventually. Okay.
I will. Yeah.
My fitness journey. I don't really know. Actually, let me think about that for half a second.
You did ROTC. Let's talk
yeah,
about that.
I think that's what I was trying to think. Is I think that's kind of where it started. So I did ROTC for a year when I was in college because I've always like thought about joining the military. So I did a semester of no credit, got my butt up at 5 a.m. every morning and went and worked out with the ROTC gang and again, did that for a year. And I think that's just where like I was like, oh, I really like working out. And I always kind of wanted to work out before that, but like just didn't have like the structure or like I didn't know what I was doing, I guess. So then when I would come home from college during that year in ROTC, I joined one of the gyms around us and worked out with a personal trainer and did like a boxing class, which I really liked, even though you laugh at me because you don't think I can box. I think I can box just fine. And then I think I was a sophomore in college when I did that. So like junior and senior year, I just kind of like worked out a little bit like when I could with friends and whatever, you know, it wasn't anything structured after that. And then I didn't really do much. You know, I kept always wanting to, but like when you don't have like someone there to do it with, like, you know, your gang in ROTC or, you know, your friend, it's kind of hard to like stay motivated. I think I did join the WAC when I moved back home. And just went, you know, every once in a while and whatever. But then eventually I was like, I'm sick of the way I look. I don't, you know, I need to get into shape. I didn't like, you know, not being fit. And so I started Beachbody, which is now called Body, I think.
Oh, they changed it, huh?
They changed the name, yeah, because it wasn't, you know, Beachbody isn't just like a good...
Beachbody was like a major like umbrella company for all these other workout plans, though.
It still is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like P90X and like T9... Is it T19?
T9? T90?
T9, no.
No. I know
There's something
T30
something, yeah.
Insanity.
All of that is on there still.
Yeah.
But they just changed the name to be like more inclusive because it's about your body. It's not about getting a beach body. So
woke culture.
Yeah.
Freaking canceled.
Right. So I did that for a while, and I did there was like an 80-day obsession that I did for the 80 days. It was awesome. Like I lost 20.
Was that when I met you?
No, I was redoing it then.
Oh, you were redoing it.
Yeah, that was the second time I did
gotcha.
it. Yeah, so I did that, and I think I like lost 20 pounds. I have like a picture of it, and like I have like my measurements and stuff. And so that was cool because like I actually saw the progress and things, and I stuck to it, and I did it by myself in my home and stuff, which I think is like very appealing to a lot of people these days.
Yeah, for sure. Because they don't have to be around other people and having potentially people watching them while they work out, which is okay. I gotta like interject here. When people go to the gym, some people don't want to go to the gym because they're afraid of people looking at them and judging them on how they're doing stuff. That is a total farce. People don't do that when they go to the gym because people are more concerned about their own selves and what they're doing. Don't care what other people are thinking of you. That's not the case at all. Like, and I'll be 100% honest. When I went to the gym, the first few times, I was like, oh, those guys are watching me do this and probably judging me because I'm doing this wrong or whatever. They don't care.
No.
They're doing what they need to do to fit their bodies and their workouts. They don't care about you. So if you have any kind of fear of going to the gym, put that aside and just focus on what you need to do to get your training in.
Right.
People don't care.
No.
Anyways, go ahead. Sorry. But yeah, home workouts are.
Oh yeah, home workouts. Yeah, so that was nice. And then I met you and kind of restarted the program, and that was with COVID, and you convinced me to buy a Peloton, and so I did that pretty consistently for that year of COVID. So
you were probably doing it like almost every day. Mm-hmm. Like you were pretty consistent.
Yeah.
And you would do it because you were working third shift.
Yeah.
And you were doing it in the morning, like when you would wake up and stuff before work. I remember you doing that.
Yeah.
When I met you, okay, so the funny thing is how we've evolved in this whole body image and like working out thing. Because when I started doing Spartans was back in 2018, and I had to, gain strength, gain endurance, because that's what Spartan races were all about. But in the process of me working out and training for Spartan, like my body, my physique got better.
Yeah.
So it actually boosted my self-esteem.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to like talk to somebody. Because sometimes some people will have body image issues. Mm-hmm. This is a totally different topic, but I have a little bit of body dysmorphia.
Yeah, me too.
And that kind of decreases your self-esteem and how you view yourself and how you view other people viewing you. So when I started seeing like my body transform, I started getting like a little six pack. You could start to see my muscles in my arms and stuff because I started training for Spartans. I felt better and more confident for sure to like talk to women, girls. So and then like going back to our story of last episode, when we went on our trail walk, did we run that time or was it the second time?
No, that was our second time.
The second date. Yeah.
Yeah, you made me run.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I was actually really excited about it because I knew like that was, I think, the other thing that appealed to me about you is like I knew we would work out together, and I've always wanted that
partner
part of my relationship.
What was that quote that we say? A couple that works out together stays together.
Yeah,
and hopefully it'll be a family who works out together.
Yes,
stays together.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I used to work out at the WAC too, freaking downtown WAC.
Yeah, what's funny is I went there too, but I don't think I went there in 2018, like when you were there.
Oh, I love that place. I would frequent that place every single day. No joke. Their treadmills were, I don't know how many miles to put on those treadmills, around the track.
Yeah, they had an indoor track.
They had an indoor track.
And it was kind of weird because it like went like around the back.
Around the back, yeah.
You didn't.
The downtown WAC. Around the back side of that track is where the entrance to the massage room is. Oh. And it's so weird because either like half naked people would be coming out of the women's or the men's locker room because the doors are right there. and to go get a massage. It
never
was so
realized that.
freaking weird. Yeah.
That's
I never
weird.
got a massage at the whack. But
Me
everybody says
neither.
it's pretty good. But anyways, those are times have passed.
So yeah, so in COVID, I bought a Peloton. You bought a house.
No, let's go back to the apartment. The apartment, I turned my apartment into a mini gym
Yes,
because
you did.
we couldn't go to the gym. So
Right.
I bought a wood box.
Yep.
I bought a rower, Concept 2
Yep.
rower. I bought an Echo bike, the Rogue Echo bike. I bought
the rings.
kettlebells, the rings, a pull-up bar.
Did you already have the RAM?
The RAM was from Spartan. Yeah, so I already had that,
right?
Yeah. So I had like a mini gym.
Yeah.
And I was like my social media account, I was actually posting workouts.
Yep.
Like stuff that I was doing and like kind of holding myself accountable.
Well, and I think that just shows too, like of how you can have minimal equipment.
Yeah.
And still
Get a good like physical pump
right?
Yeah,
like and still build muscle and still, so you don't need anything. So I think that's also, yes, you're talking about all these things that you bought, but like a lot of it, you weren't lifting heavy weights. You were doing body work stuff or band stuff or, whatever. So I don't think that should limit people either in
not getting
starting a workout.
Yeah, true. Yeah. You don't need a lot of equipment to get a good physical workout.
Right.
And, yeah.
Right.
Bands will work alone.
Right. Or even just body weight to start until you start feeling,
like
stronger, confident, whatever.
For sure. Yeah. So then flash forward to when I bought the house. And when I bought this house, I was really intrigued and attracted to the basement because the basement was finished. Or no, it wasn't finished. It was a decent sized basement with 9-foot ceilings.
Yep.
And enough room to like really work out and like create a home gym. And I've always wanted a home gym. So then I think I started off, I brought all my stuff over here, obviously.
But it wasn't just the basement. You also were contemplating putting it in the garage.
The garage, in the third car garage, yeah. But then good thing I didn't.
Who convinced you not to do that?
You.
Thank you.
Did. I was actually thinking of putting it in here too. In this room. I was thinking of putting the...
It's so weird, guys. I just don't.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, that's why I found you. Because you like compliment
to make
me
you level-headed.
Yeah, pretty much. So then, like when we started working out downstairs, I started buying equipment here and there, but it was COVID, so you couldn't find anything.
Right.
That you couldn't buy workout equipment.
Yeah, dumbbells were like...
Dumbbells were stupid expensive. Plates were stupid expensive. Yep. Barbells were stupid expensive. But then my cousins... they do CrossFit and they got me interested in CrossFit. And at this time, Spartan, they had shut down Spartan for like that COVID year. Mm-hmm. And then the following year, 2021, they were like ramping back up, but I was just like into the whole CrossFit thing. So then my cousins got me into CrossFit and then I started like asking him like, okay, what do I need if I want to do like snatches, clean and jerks? And
so wait, you never did that before?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I did. No. Marvin got me into CrossFit and started teaching me like snatches and clean and jerks and things like that.
Like a year ago?
No,
2 years ago?
That was like 2018, 2019, before COVID.
Oh, I thought you were saying like, okay.
No.
I was misunderstanding.
Oh no, I was still doing.
So you were doing
Spartans
that like at the whack.
At the whack.
Okay.
But I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Right.
I was just like pretending, like snatches. I was like, oh yeah, this is how we do it. But it wasn't it. But the funny thing was that people at the whack thought it was legit. They're
That's
like, oh, hey,
hilarious.
that's kind of cool movement. And I'm like, what I was doing. So then my cousin Marvin got me into it. And then during COVID, I was like, I'm going to build out my gym. I have my house now. I'm going to build out my gym. So what do I need? So then I was like, do I get a squat rack or do I get
Oh yeah, I remember us having these
the power rack or the squat
conversations.
rack,
Yes.
right?
So tell people what the difference is between those.
So a squat rack just basically is just two uprights that holds a barbell for like back squats and shoulder presses, things like that. A power rack, which is the one I got, and it's a Rogue. So Rogue Fitness, there's different kinds of brands of workout equipment companies. I went with Rogue because Rogue is a very popular brand in CrossFit. So a power rack has it's basically like a cage, and it's a multi-use, so it can hold plates. You can do back squats in it. There's safety arms, whereas opposed to like the squat rack doesn't have safety arms. You have to buy it separate. Like there's a monster arm you can put it, but it's not as stable and can't hold as enough weight.
Didn't you have to put it into the wall if you got the squat rack?
One of them was One of them was a freestanding one.
Oh, okay.
Like the one Marvin has is a freestanding squat rack.
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind then.
But anyway, so then I was like, and Molly told me, she's like, no, get the power rack. You're gonna like it. You don't need to upgrade it. If you want to ever decide to go more, buy more stuff. So I forked up and bought the power rack. This thing's a freaking beast. I mean, we do everything on this.
Yes.
On this power rack.
I remember us bringing the pieces down.
Oh my
when they were delivered. They were
so
delivered on a freight truck, first of all.
Yeah.
And
on
then
a pallet.
On a pallet.
Multiple pallets, I think.
Yes. And so then we had to carry it piece by piece downstairs. Downstairs. Let me just repeat that.
Yeah.
And this thing is, think about it too. This isn't bolted into the ground. This isn't bolted into the wall. So this has to be stable enough, heavy enough for you to
back squat,
bench, lift, and to hold all these, plates and, all this heavy weight. So think of how massive this thing is. And we're kind of, spoiler alert, we will do another video here of our gym and stuff, so you kind of know what we're talking about. So those of you listening, you're gonna have to pull up YouTube and check it out one of these days once we upload it with this podcast too. But so this thing is massive, so we're taking it on all these pieces, and we spent a whole night putting it together. And the other thing we had to contemplate is where do we put this now? Because once you put it together, it ain't moving. And we have this steel beam in our basement that's like a support. Yeah. And do we put it on this side? Do we put it on this side? Do we put it in the corner? Right.
Remember?
Yes.
Figuring out where to put this thing.
Yes.
Because I also had to figure out the pull-up bar. Because if you put it a different direction, you wouldn't be able to do a pull-up because of the floor joists.
Yep.
So anyways, we put that together, and then over time, we started adding more to the gym. So Molly bought her Peloton when she moved in. I bought more plates. We bought more dumbbells because we were doing more.
We were doing
workouts.
More. Yep.
Yeah, and a variety of things.
Yep.
Had the rower, had the Echo bike.
And then what was the next thing you bought?
The Assault Air Runner Elite.
Because he was like, "Oh, I love running."
I
and
do.
You're gonna love running too, so we're gonna get this treadmill Assault Runner and blah, and
motorless treadmill. Hey, it's still a good
running.
It's still a good investment. We just haven't used it as much as we wanted to. But I would say the same thing about your Peloton. The Peloton, I was filming some B-roll today, and there was dust on the Peloton screen, so we haven't used that in a while.
There's still the screen protector on it too.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, over time the gym
has evolved, yes,
to the point where we were reconfiguring everything because I ended up buying
and then go ahead, sorry.
No, and I was just gonna say then about the platform.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say too. Yeah.
The weight so our basement is concrete, obviously. But when you do deadlifts or snatches or clean and jerks and you drop the bar and the plates, it just rumbles the foundation. Mm-hmm. So Rogue also sells a platform. It's like an 8x8 platform with these thick, 1.5 inch rubber mats. So when you drop weight, one, it doesn't crack your foundation, but two, it just kind of dampens the drop of
Almost
the plates.
bounces
Almost
instead
bounces,
of,
yeah. So
like-
that's actually pretty cool because then we've been able to implement a lot of things into our workouts.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so we love working out together. And I would say, like, when I was working 12-hour shifts, I was less motivated to work out because I was so tired coming home after a 12-hour shift. So you often had to help motivate me to, come on, let's just go get this workout in. Or if you don't want to, that's fine, but I think you really should, things like that. I was working out on the other days. But now that I'm working a normal, like 8 to 5 job 5 days a week, I would say that there's rare times where I'm not motivated to go work out.
Yeah.
Just like you, like it's
For
just kind of
sure.
average where it's just like some days it's like, man, just not feeling it today. But I love working out.
I think it's awesome that we work out together because there's sometimes when I see you working out and pushing yourself and like maybe it's like an off day for me.
Yeah.
But I see you pushing yourself. I'm like, ugh, I can't let her show me up. It's like, oh, she's lifting heavy today. I guess I have to lift heavy too. So it's almost like a form of like
accountability.
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like if I was alone, which is what I used to do before in the past, I'd get by saying like, oh, like today's just an off day, so I'm just going to lift a little lighter.
Right.
And not follow the plan, right? Okay, so going back a little bit, we are following a training program by Ryan Fisher on the Chalk Performance app. Look him up. He's awesome. I'm going to shout him out right now, and hopefully he sees this video. His training plans, and we followed the full body aesthetics plan, is amazing. Like I have seen so much physical change and even mental change because I follow his training program, and I've seen such great results with his workouts.
Yeah, and I would say we've been doing his program now for
2 years?
I was going to say at least 2 years.
3 years, because we started doing it when we bought the house.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's been a while.
3 years. Yeah.
And we're not bored with it.
No.
We're not, we're not unable to stay consistent, with it.
Yeah. And we've also followed some of his meal plans too.
Yeah, we followed like some of the
carb
nutrition and
cycling.
stuff, and we can get into all that kind of stuff later.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like his full body aesthetics program is the idea of instead of working one muscle group at times. So like you'll see a lot of people talk about like, oh, I just did back today, or I did arms today, or
Leg day.
Yeah, leg day.
Skip leg day.
With the full body aesthetics program, you're working each muscle group every day, but you're focused on
One
like
body part.
one
you're
body
like
part,
pushing
one
it.
move, one movement of that body part where you're focused on that more, so you're lifting a little bit heavier in that movement, or you're doing, I don't want to say more, but that's the focus of the day, but you make sure that you hit the rest of your body too.
Yeah. Like the RPE. I always talk about RPE.
I still don't understand.
Rate of perceived exertion. So like on a scale of 10, an RPE of 9 is meaning you lift the weight until you only have 1 rep left in the tank. That would be an RPE of 9. Consequently, if you have an RPE of 7, if a workout calls for an RPE of 7, that means by your last rep, you put the rack down and you're like, oh, I had 3 more reps in the tank. That would be like an RPE of 7.
Yeah, I totally get it, but like I just don't, like it just doesn't.
Just
It's not-
saying, like
yeah.
if it's an RPE of 9, you just push it. Just like, oh, I can't do this. Gonna get 1 more. Just no, that's called exertion.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but anyways, so Yeah, so we follow Ryan Fisher's full body aesthetics training program. We've been doing that consistently 6 days a week, and you really utilizing a lot of the stuff in our gym. We use bands, we use dumbbells, we've been using the kettlebells recently.
Yeah.
We do a lot of barbell work,
Ton of barbell work.
like back squats, bench press, deadlifts. We started doing a little bit more CrossFit type movements with the clean and jerks and push jerks and things like that recently. And started doing like a little bit of cardio too on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Like work like a strength and conditioning kind of type of workout. So variety. And I think that's what is exciting, because I see my cousins and their kids in their CrossFit gym back in Vegas, and it's like goals. You know, their son is 5.
Let's not start this again.
I don't know.
He's 4.
Is he 4?
He just turned 4.
Gosh, they grow up so fast.
Yeah, they do.
But he's following his mom and his dad's like movements.
Yes.
And we got him a Rogue like foam barbell with plates. And
It's
we
the
just saw
cutest
him
thing.
do like
Yeah.
like a clean and jerk or like a snatch, and then just like
And then you like slam
slams
it. Yeah.
It was so cute. But that's like goals, and that's why when we work out with, you know, we bring Conrad down to the gym, and we kind of blocked off underneath the stairs a little play area, but doesn't really utilize it because he wants to be outside where we are
And seeing us.
and seeing us. So we hope that when he grows up, he starts to emulate what we do and value the
Movement.
importance of moving and training and getting your body fit and, you know, really working out. Because, you know, health and wellness is like a big thing right now, not only mentally, but physically.
Yeah, and like talking kind of mentally, I would say I can totally see a difference in myself by having fitness and working out being such an important part of my life. Because I can totally tell when I'm not, if we, for whatever reason, you know, skip a couple days because of whatever, which is pretty rare, honestly. Like my mental health is like, I get a little cranky. I'm never cranky, but I get a little cranky, or, you know, just emotional and stuff. And so,
well, I mean, there was that one, like, I mean, there's been a couple days when they're like, okay, yeah, like you need to work out. You heard that on camera.
no, you didn't.
I heard that over here. She just farted. I'm just going to out her right now. She farted. Anyways, again, that was you.
No,
Holy
I just scratched the
smokers.
chair.
Jeez
Oh my
Louise.
God.
Okay, what were we talking about before
You
we
said
started
a
talking
couple
about farting?
days.
Oh, a couple days. That where we're just like, okay, we just need to work out, because when you work out, if you watch Legally Blonde, when you work out, you release endorphins, and endorphins make people happy, and happy people just don't kill their husbands.
Oh my God.
So, like, just we if we find ourselves in the slum, we're just like, let's just go do something physical.
Yeah.
Let's go down to the gym. We'll figure it out, and let's just do something to get us active.
Right.
And so, I think that hopefully, you know, as the weather gets better here in the Midwest, because it's so freaking cold right now, that we'll finally be able to get back on the trails and go for trail runs.
We need to do that. Well, walks.
Trail walks. Trail runs too. It's fun. I got Molly to, we're going to be running at least 4 or 5Ks this year.
Yeah, he just signed us up and didn't even, like, he's like, yeah, by the way, we're going to run some 5Ks this year. We already have one signed up for our anniversary weekend. Cool. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah.
We didn't even discuss it, but that's
we
okay.
did talk about that last year. Remember?
That was last year.
Yeah. No, end of last year.
Don't recall. But
This
anywho.
is why we talk about communication. Anyways. So yeah, I mean that's kind of like a rundown of like fitness and gym life here at the Benez household. We love it.
Do you have a favorite movement?
Like CrossFit or just workout?
Just workout, I would say.
I really like the back squat.
Yeah, you kind of rock
like
the
back
back
squats.
squat.
I think did I no we just recently finished up a cycle about 4 weeks, 6 weeks ago. Maxed out our bench press, our deadlift, and our back squat.
Was it back squat or front squat?
It was back squat. And Molly and I we killed it. Like in a span of 8 weeks. It was 2 4-week cycles. And at the end of that 8 weeks, we reevaluated our 1 rep max of back squat, bench press, and deadlift, and we both crushed our previous 1 rep max. I'm so proud of you, babe.
I'm proud of you.
When you did that, the deadlift, that was monster.
That was monster.
Holy smokes! Yeah, she pulled, and I was like, "Oh, frick, she's gonna do it!" And then when you like locked out, I was like, "Oh, snap! That's my wife." It was pretty epic. So yeah, I would say back squat because I think I got some pretty thick thighs. Like look at my thighs right now, they're pretty thick. Mm-hmm. So I would say back squat. What about you?
My favorite movement's probably the deadlift.
Why?
Cause I rock it.
Well, obviously. Did you used to do deadlifts?
No. I think I like it the best because that was like my strongest lift when I started lifting.
That's fair.
Like that was the one where I was like, oh, I can do this, and I'm good at it. Like I think like my first 1 rep max was like 150 or something, which like everything else we were doing at was like the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like where I actually felt like I was like succeeding,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite movement?
Shoulder press. Hands down.
Really?
Yes, I hate it.
Okay. I hate anything back. I used to work back like crazy because of Spartans, but now, since I gained some weight, I hate back.
Wait. Like what?
Like pull-ups, chin-ups, barbell rows, supinated and protonated grip. I hate them.
I'm good at those.
I hate them.
I like those.
Like the dumbbell row that we did the other day, I was like, oh, this sucks, man. I'd rather do like bench press or something. Anything back. Now, I used to love back because you needed back muscles when you were starting to do like monkey bars and rings and stuff in Spartan, rope climbs.
Yeah.
But now, like, I think it's just because I'm heavier.
That's probably it. Absolutely.
Do you remember?
I think maybe that's why I was never good at the monkey bars when I was little, because I was always a chunky kid, so I couldn't hold myself up
It's
there.
true. It's true. It's harder. When I was doing Spartans, I could do at least 30 pull-ups in a row without stopping. I can barely do 15 now. Like barely. It sucks. Like pull-ups are the worst.
Weren't your chin-ups
right
today
now.
like only like 5?
That's all I could do. There's something wrong with this
15
lad.
then.
No, before.
Oh.
Like when it was just like an isolated like movement. This one we were mixing it with a chest press, a landmine chest press. Anyways, I digress. Pull-ups back worst.
I still can't do a pull-up.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
That should be a goal.
I did do them once before I moved in here on that other bar.
Oh yeah.
I can do them better on that one bar you had because I think the grip was
foam.
Smaller.
Oh yeah. What are your what's your goals fitness wise for 2023?
Well, according to you, do a pull-up.
Okay, that's my goal for you. What's your goal for you?
I'm thinking, what about you? What are your goals?
I really want to run a half marathon this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew like that was like, is that a goal that you're really sticking to? Because
really
you said it on the podcast, so now it's like a thing. Man.
I know. I also said
this is recorded.
I also said that I wanted a 6-pack by my birthday.
Well, we better get on that.
It is not working out right now.
That's 6 months away.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Is it 6 months?
6 months from tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
happy,
6 months.
Happy half birthday.
1 pack a month.
1 pack a month. That's funny.
1 pack a month. No, yeah, I really want to run a half marathon by the end of the year. And there are multiple. All the races, all the 5Ks that I plan to have us run have half marathons attached to it. The Milwaukee Marathon is the Bruce City Marathon, the 5K has a half marathon to it. And then there's the Madison Marathon has a half marathon attached to it. And they have two, one in the spring, one in the fall. The Lakefront Marathon has a half marathon, I think, attached to it. So, I mean, there's ample opportunities for me to run a half marathon.
What's the longest you've run? Not including Spartans, because those have obstacles in between them.
Like, at a time?
Yeah.
On a treadmill, I did a half marathon.
Oh.
Yeah. And let me tell you, the next day I could not feel anything in my calves or my shins. It was terrible. I was at the WAC. Mm-hmm. They had to kick me off the treadmill because they were closing. I was like, just give me like 15 more minutes. Like, I got like 1 more mile. But yeah, half marathon on a treadmill. It was the worst. Absolute worst. But I've run like close to 15 miles on a Spartan Beast. Technically, the Beasts are supposed to be half marathon length, but sometimes because it's like outside, you can't really govern that. So I think the longest I ran, no, it might have been like 16 and a half miles on a Spartan Beast. That's the longest I've ever run. I don't think I ever have a goal to run a marathon. That's just too long. But I've never run a half marathon, a road half marathon before. Trail? Mm-hmm. Oh, I would do a trail half.
You could probably do better at that.
Yeah. I think I'd like a trail half better than a road half. Mm-hmm. Because road is just, it's so tough on your knees and your joints and everything.
Yeah, I agree with that. But also the trail has rocks and...
Yeah, but it's...
What are those called?
Inclines, declines. Roots.
Tree roots.
Yeah. That's the fun part, though. That's a fun part.
For people who like falling.
Oh my gosh. That's how your ankle strength, babe. Ankle strength. Speaking about ankle strength, check out our Noble shirts.
What the hell does that have to do with ankle strength?
Nothing. I just wanted to shout out Noble too. Noble, we buy all your stuff, so send us free stuff too. We like Noble. Noble is the official sponsor of the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
And we went last year. Saw Justin Medeiros and Tia.
Justin Medeiros.
It was pretty cool. And we're going to go again this year. Hopefully my cousins will come out and go. And it's in Madison, Wisconsin. So, yeah, just in our backyard.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully
pretty awesome.
Bring Conrad. He went last year. He was, 2 weeks old?
Yeah.
When we went?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was raining. But little dude did so well. We were like shopping in the Rogue store, and I think some of the employees were like, "Well, how old is he?" And it's like 2 weeks old. And it's like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing now?" No,
it had to
it was the end of July.
Yeah,
beginning of August.
Gosh, that's crazy.
But anyways, yeah. So that's our fitness journey. We hope to continue, inspiring each other, and hopefully we can inspire other people to start or continue their fitness journey, because we know the importance of your health and your wellness, and just with anything in life, everything's intertwined and interconnected. So your mind, your body, your soul, everything is all connected. So if you work on one thing, it most certainly will have an effect on the other aspects of your life.
Absolutely.
And I think if you can, find somebody to train with. Find somebody to motivate you too. Somebody like a spotter is what we call, when we're lifting heavy. Somebody to spot you, somebody to be there to push you for that last rep and not let you get complacent with, with what you're doing. So that's where I feel has benefited me having Molly in my life is, she motivates me. She pushes me. She gives me an example of, determination and goal setting and, just pushing herself to be a better person. And I think
Thanks,
that's
babe.
whenever we see each other in a gym, I see you, like I said, sometimes, some days you're just like killing it. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I can do that too.
I kill it every day compared to you, but it's fine.
Very true.
No,
very
I
true.
feel the same way. And we just make a good team. And we've always made a pretty good team. And we make a good team in the gym. And yeah, I just really like working out with you.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun. What did we do today? Oh, we did
The RDLs.
the RDLs. Those were fun. Heavier weights too.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
We need more dumbbells, by the way.
We have no place for them.
Oh, we'll make room. Expansion.
Expansion.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode.
Yeah, I think if you have any questions about fitness or working out, like drop a comment or, let one of us know because we'd love to talk more about it. It's just there's so much that we could talk about
Yeah.
that we just wanted to kind of open that door and let you know, like, kind of where we are at in our fitness journey.
Yeah. If you need recommendations of like training programs or protein or like workout clothes, shoes, we have Whoop, Whoop bands
we
that
should talk
kind of
about
track
that,
our
yeah.
fitness and our sleep and everything. So we're pretty much
And
like encompassed in this whole ecosystem of working out.
and I plan on kind of documenting a little bit more my fitness journey through the next pregnancy,
Yeah.
God willing that, we have another baby. Eventually this is not
An announcement.
by any means.
Yeah.
But I worked out through the last pregnancy, but not quite as much as I would like to in the future, just because of my schedule and things like that. And I kind of didn't know what to do. And I'm definitely more fit now in different ways than I was before having Conrad or when I was pregnant with Conrad. So, I'm excited for that too. So
Yeah.
look forward to that. And,
Yeah.
eventually,
Training,
whenever that's going to happen.
training while pregnant should
Yeah.
be like a separate kind of story that we
Absolutely.
document.
Yep.
So yeah, if you have any questions, like Molly said, just leave us a comment, hit us up in our DMs. We hope to kind of establish some sort of, fun training thing here at our house. We were kind of throwing arounds of like biscuits and barbells on a Saturday morning. Have a couple of our friends come in, like work out with us. When the weather's nice out, we'll probably do some outdoor workouts.
Yeah, that's always fun.
In the driveway. So yeah, I mean, we got some ideas. I think 2023 is gonna be a great year, and with this podcast, it kind of keeps us accountable too for the things that we say on this podcast.
Exactly.
So
I never said my goals.
well, they're gonna come out eventually. But yeah, let us know what you think. If you need any advice or any kind of assistance with your fitness journey, let us know. We're here. We're willing to share what we know about anything and everything, because we've tried almost anything and everything, from proteins to workout plans to nutrition, everything.
Yep.
So yeah, hit us up. Hope you like this episode. We're going to be pumping these out once a week, hopefully, and follow our socials. We'll have a secondary video attached to this episode. It's going to be a gym tour, so you get to see what we are working out in every single day and some of our equipment, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, again, this is Jay, and this is the Unscripted Conversations podcast, a couple's greatest adventure. And,
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in again.
Signing off. Have a good night, day, doing whatever you're doing. We're here for you.
Go get yours, people.
Get yours, people. Peace.